With all of the conflicts happening around the world right now, it is easy to forget that there are some countries whose militaries have engaged in war for decades. And even easier to forget that there are some countries who have never had an army at all. Today, we will be looking at the top 3 strongest militaries in the world. But before we do that, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos. Let's get into it. Number 3. The United States. The US spends more on its military than the next 12 countries combined. They have the largest military budget in the world, which is currently around $778 billion. Around 14% of the country's entire economy is dedicated to their military. The US also has the most powerful navy in the world. In fact, it's not even close. It has the most ships, the most aircraft carriers, the longest range naval power projection capabilities, and a lot more. Some people say that this is a bad thing because the US spends so much money on its military and other things that could be done with that money. But you can't deny that it has made the US military extremely powerful. If China were to invade Taiwan, the US would almost certainly intervene, despite being on the other side of the Pacific Ocean. This is because the US has so many military bases around the world that they can use. For example, Japan, Guam and South Korea. With these bases, the US can quickly deploy troops and supplies wherever they need them in the world. So if China were to invade Taiwan, the US would be able to quickly send in reinforcements and prevent China from taking over. Number 2. Russia. Russia has the second largest military budget in the world at $65.9 billion. What Russia lacks in military budget, it makes up for in experience. Russian soldiers fight in much larger units than NATO forces. They conduct live fire training with real ammunition instead of blanks like the US, and they focus on maneuver warfare rather than technological superiority. These factors make the Russian army much more lethal than the armies of most NATO countries. Russia also has the largest stockpile of nuclear weapons in the world, with 5,977 warheads. Only 1,588 of these are active, but it's still more than double the number of active nuclear weapons held by the US. Russia also has the largest land force in the world, with 900,000 active soldiers. That's more than double the size of the US Army. Finally, Russia has the largest air force in the world with 4,494 aircraft. That's more than twice the size of the US Air Force. All of this makes Russia a formidable military power. And despite what you may have heard about their performance in Ukraine, they should not be underestimated. Number 1. China. China has the largest military in the world, with 2 million active soldiers. Their military budget is the third largest in the world, behind the US and Russia. But China has been increasing their military spending at a faster rate than both the US and Russia. In fact, China's military budget has increased by 6.6% in 2022 alone. China also has the largest number of tanks in the world, with 15,000 active tanks. That's more than double the number of tanks in the US and Russia. China also has the second largest navy in the world with 350 ships. Only the US Navy is larger. Finally, China has the largest ballistic missile force in the world, with 325 ballistic missiles. That's more than double the number of ballistic missiles held by Russia. All of this makes China a formidable military power. And according to a new Pentagon report, China could have the largest military in the world within the next 2 years. This is due to China's growing population and its rapidly modernizing military. China is also investing heavily in new technologies such as artificial intelligence, cyber warfare and space-based assets. These investments are aimed at giving China the edge it needs to win a war against the US or any other major power. These are just our top 3. There are many other countries with strong militaries such as India, Pakistan, the UK, France, Germany, South Korea, Japan and Turkey. What do you think? Did we miss any strong militaries? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.